Bam.
Welcome back
to another
episode
of
Between Me and You
with
Andy Conchola
and
Jordan Nintendo.
That's us.
Fuck the oh, I don't know where we were going with that. I was like, that's what.
That was fun.
Real quick, I have to ask something. I wanted to ask you this for like the end of the last minute question we do.
Okay.
But I think this would definitely start like a talking subject.
Okay.
So the other day, and I'm kind of embarrassed to admit this, but the other day I was watching porn, and I came across one that was two girls, but one of the girls was a hermaphrodite. Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Chicks with dicks?
Yeah.
My friends always said it's not a real thing. It's just a guy with boobs.
Really?
But anyways, so I saw this, and they had sex together, and I was like, this is kind of like way better. Because like one, it's pretty much two girls, but one just happens to have a penis, but she's got like boobs and everything. And then like, then you don't feel weird because it's like you're not watching like a really buff dude like hammer this girl. And it's really weird to see the girl like thrusting in the back of the other girl because it's like... It's really weird because I'm like, is this okay to watch? But I'm like, I don't know.
I feel weird.
Yeah, I feel weird, but I don't think it's wrong.
What a way to start this show.
I just had to bring it up because, like I said, I've been thinking about it ever since. I'm like, does it make me weird that I like this?
No, I mean everyone has their kinks, you know.
I mean, I don't want that. Like, I don't want that to happen to me. I was like, that's kind of cool. It's like we get two girls, but then one has a penis, and then it just works out.
I legit thought you were gonna say it was two girls and a cup.
No.
Like that's what I was going. I was like, okay,
come on,
okay.
it's 2021, Andy.
I know that's
new
so,
material.
So 2009, right?
All right, I'm sorry. I just had to throw that out there.
Well, thank
also,
you for
you
a
live
family experience.
right down the street from a school. How did they allow that?
With my probation officer, he says we're okay. I live 101 feet away from the school.
That was a good one.
So we're fine, guys.
I don't know where to put this. I'm putting it on the ground.
Okay.
Too many sponsors on it. I want to hide.
I know. Just giving them free sponsors.
Also,
that's funny, dog.
Because of us, a lot of people are drinking
yes.
death water, liquid death.
Liquid death.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we couldn't get any more because you guys took them all.
Yeah, legit. I just posted it on our Instagram in the story. At Sprouts in the aisle where they're usually at, there's like two maybe mineral waters, and that was it.
Yeah.
And I was like,
legit.
I was like, hey, but it's working, so.
Yeah, liquid death. Come on.
I know. We're doing this for free.
So Yuma, Arizona, this is where we live. There's only one place you can buy liquid death.
Yeah, Sprouts.
It's Sprouts, yeah, and they sell out within the week.
Literally, the last time you got water, I haven't seen them since then.
Yeah, my cousin, he showed me his bag and he had like 9 in there. You said
Daisy had bought like 4 or 5,
and then Edward bought
some. So yeah,
so shout out to you guys. I guess that's how advertising works.
Yeah. So whenever you guys get some liquid death, if you want, at us, and then I think we could just keep posting. Eventually, liquid death's like, these guys are just helping us out. We got to give them something
for reals. Like, I mean, tag us. Because you got them because we told you, like, hey, they're here. Yeah. Don't just tag us like, hey, I'm drinking it.
Yeah, and I have a plan. I was thinking, like, maybe if we get sponsored, or when we get sponsored, they send us, like, cases of it. We can, like, do giveaways.
For reals.
Wouldn't you guys love, awesome. Like, a case?
I would love a case.
Yeah, and I think it's even better because, like, it's we're not selling it. Like, we're not getting money. We're promoting it out. Yeah. So cool. Yeah, so keep doing that.
Like, wouldn't you love just
liquid deaths on the way?
2 liquid deaths just here the whole time?
The whole table just filled with liquid death. We'd have two cases, and then we'd also have our own. Like, that'd be fucking perfect.
And then the laptops on.
Oh, that'd be cool. Like a whole table of just liquid death.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
The table's all high.
That'd be really cool. Actually, we should make something like that.
All right, perfect. Once we get sponsored by Liquid Death, tag them right now.
Yeah.
Tell them to sponsor Between Me and You.
Tell me you heard about them. Tell me we heard about them from Between Me and You podcast.
For real, they're gonna be like, "Who's that?" And then they're gonna look us up. They're like, I like these guys.
Yeah. All right. So what's first?
So kind of going on that little topic of like texting people and meeting people. I don't know if you've ever dealt with this or have ever experienced this, but recently at work, I met someone new, and I texted him.
Whoa! Oh.
Yeah. No. Hey, Marley's like, what?
What the fuck? And it's a him? Oh.
No, and I was texting him, and he seemed like so lively. Like, he's like, "Hey, what's up, bro?" And like exclamation point, like, "Hey, what's up, man? Like, are you gonna be at work?" Blah blah blah. You know, we talked, and like the whole time, he was really fucking lively. He was having fun. Like, he put exclamation points, some emojis. I'm like, "Oh shit, this guy seems cool." When I meet him, he's like, "Oh, what's up, man?" Like, totally different personalities from like the texting to the actual like meeting. So I don't know if you've ever met somebody that you text and that was like, oh, this person seems cool, or vice versa, that they text really boring, but they're really cool in person.
So most of the time for me, it's that way. I text people and I'm like, they're so dry.
Yeah.
And then like it's like, oh, dude, we're hanging outside. Like, yeah. Like, all right, cool. See you later. All right, man, later. And like, the fuck. And then when you see them, they're like, oh, we're gonna fucking rage. I'm like, oh shit.
Like, oh, where did this come from?
I came in the wrong clothes because I thought you were gonna be like boring.
Yeah. And no, like legit, that's what happened to me. I was like, oh, okay. Like,
yeah. It's almost like, it's like when like you like would message with a girl and she'd get all like, oh, I'm gonna do this to you in bed, and then when you actually hang out, like all she does is like nothing. She just lays there while you do everything. You're like, this is not what was in the text.
Or she tells you,
this is not what we discussed.
Or she tells you, I'm not that kind of girl.
All of a sudden.
All of a sudden.
All of a sudden.
Like, I have all these text messages.
Yeah, what's the one where you're gonna lick my butthole? I never had that.
She's like, that's just not me. Like,
yeah,
oh, okay.
Well, get out of my house.
Like, whatever then. Anyway, so I just thought that I was like, that's a crazy topic for the podcast, because that just happened to me. It's usually the other way around.
A new person you work with, or what?
Yeah. It's just someone new that I work with. But like I said, it's always the other way around, where they text really bland and you meet them. Yeah. Lots of fun. This time it was backwards. You text him, he was really fun, and then I met them and I'm like, oh.
Was this but like what was I gonna say? Like, what? How did he sound so like fun though? Like, what in his text?
No, like
fun?
It was just like a exclamation point, or like he like
but see,
puts emojis.
Oh,
and
okay. I'm like that though. Like I like in the sense that like I don't know why I put so many like exclamations and like emojis. I feel like if you use emojis, is if a guy uses emojis, is that like not manly of him to do?
Not anymore. It's 2021, dog.
Because I feel like when I text certain people and like I send them like, oh yeah, like I'll be like, oh, appreciate following the podcast or whatever, and I'll put like a smiley face with a thumbs up, and they'll be like, yeah, for sure, man, and that's it. I'm like, like I don't know if like that's just like the man of him. Like I don't use emojis. Like, is that like a man thing to do? Because I use tons of emojis. Like if I'm a white girl, a white 5-year-old girl.
Well, it's like those memes on Facebook that say you're too scared to moan in your girl's ear, and I'd be like, oh, yeah. It's just like that. Like, yeah, like, I mean, I guess it just depends, and like I don't know. It's 2021. I'm allowed to use an emoji. Yeah. Like,
you don't use emojis really when we text. I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah.
It was just with Marley. Yeah. I use a lot of exclamation points.
Oh, okay.
And laughing emojis. Laughing emoji is still my top emoji.
You know what? I remember vividly, there was this one girl I was talking to, and she used LOL mainly. I used a lot of haha, like HAHA. And because of her, I was like, oh, I guess that's cooler. Like, that's probably better than just writing haha, haha every time. So, like, I started using LOL, and from then on, and even if it's like, you can tell me like something like not that funny, I'll put like, LOL, yeah, that's a good one. And so I'm like thinking like, I just put LOL for everything. Like, I'm just giving out like people, just making people feel good and shit.
Oh, yeah, because you're like, LOL.
And yeah, LOL with like the most boring face, like, oh yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, LOL. Well, no, and it's funny because I never knew the difference until I got older, of course, of like when I texted my friends or my cousins over here and they put ha ha ha. Then I texted my cousins in Mexico and they're like, ha ha, like ja 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 ja. Dude, I was like, that's real.
That's like, so, yeah, it's so like, Mexican.
And then I see all these like memes about it, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's a real thing. Like, yeah, I don't know the difference. Like, it's just like we live 20 minutes away from the border.
Like, no, but you know what's so funny? Oh, I just remember this. In downtown, I remember there's like these new billboards that are like on trucks. The truck drives around, and it's like a big screen that like changes, like, but it's a billboard.
Like an advertisement. Yeah.
And there was one for AT&T, but it was in Spanish, and I loved it. I wonder if I still have the picture. It said it was pretty much saying like you can go from here and you can go to Mexico and still have service. Yeah. And it said so you can go from ha 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 to ja ja ja.
What?
I swear. Dude, I was like, AT&T's got it down.
That's a good advertisement.
I was like, that's so good.
That's perfect. Like, that's true.
I love when I love when what do you call them? Like the marketing team, I guess. Yeah. They really like know their audience. So like, cause like, and like they, or like when they're really up to date with like memes and stuff. Cause like I follow the Chargers Instagram. Whoever's running their marketing team is fucking perfect. Any like viral TikTok you've seen, they pretty much will do that with their players, and they'll put their heads on them. It's so cool. And I'm like, that's so smart. Like you're picking up like younger kids that are on TikTok that are like, oh, that's a good one. Like Justin Herbert's playing so and so, and like the TikTok I saw, and then like I think it's a great thing, and I see it all the time, and it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean that's the way to go now, because advertisement is moving like so quickly too.
Yeah,
it's just like with technology and with everything, advertising especially. Like if you don't have like a TikTok. For advertising, like for companies, like big companies.
Yeah.
Like I know I've seen like a lot of on TikTok, like if you're a Jaguars fan, I hope you comment here. And like the Jaguars team was actually like, we're here for this. Like,
oh yeah.
Like I've seen like football teams like comment and posting on Instagram, and I've seen like football players like posting on TikTok more. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like,
have you noticed on TikTok though? It seems like it's way more easier to get acknowledged by someone. Because like I've seen like so many TikToks where like they're just like playing football in like a Panthers jersey or something, and the team's TikTok will like, it's verified and everything. It'll message them like, this is what we'd like to see, or like nice jersey, and it's like, dude. Oh shit, or like the NFL, or like will comment in their TikToks, or like ESPN. Like I love when like people have like a dope ass like trick shot, and then ESPN will be like, can we use this? And it's like, yeah, like I can't wait for that. I was trying to get that on the one. I have a TikTok where like I taught my pug Bonita to put I had got like this like putting green, and I taught her how to put like her hand on the ball to like set it up for me. And I put it up on TikTok, and I tagged like everybody I could think of that golfs and stuff, and it didn't work. I tagged ESPN and everything. And it's a good video. I was like, dude, the other day I was on TikTok. I'm sorry, I'm going on a rant. I saw a one that had 1.5 million likes, and it was literally, all it said was in the description was like, I can't believe I did this. And then it was this girl that's just staring at the camera, and she makes a little face, and that's it. I'm like, and you go back to like her, like maybe she did something and like she posted it earlier, and like, no, you go to her story and there's nothing even similar to that same post. And I'm like, how the fuck? And like, I want the hater in me wants to comment and be like, really? This is 1.5 million likes? Like, fuck this. But at the same time, it's like, I'm just hating, but it's like, I don't get it though.
I don't know. I really don't know.
I feel like there's an algorithm, but I'm missing it.
Yeah.
Because I think some of my stuff's good. You put out some good stuff. I know, but some of your stuff actually did blow up. But like, there's some things that I'm like, I feel like I would.
Oh, really?
Oh, shut up. Go to his TikTok. What is your TikTok? Andy Controlla?
Andy Controlla. Okay, I think it's Andy Controlla everywhere. But I don't know. I've tried to study algorithms for Instagram, for TikTok, for YouTube, and I feel like TikTok has been the craziest one because I've seen that you need to put hashtags, but then I've also seen to put hashtags that relate to your video, but then I've also seen use the hashtags that are trending.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, which is it?
Yeah, it'll be like a TikTok about like motorcycle racing, and it'll say like King Kong vs. Godzilla, or like Fast and the Furious 9 or 10.
And I do it, and I post like trending hashtags. And
it still doesn't work for us though.
Yeah, no.
But it is cool, like when someone I like talked to, they're like, oh yeah, I saw your TikTok the other day, and like it came across. I was like, okay, so if it's going to yours, that means it's going out. Like it's going around. People just, I guess, aren't liking it. I don't know.
I mean, and I think that's what's crazy too, that you have to capture their like attention like that.
Yeah,
because they're swiping. They're just but if you don't catch them, it's just like, oh, okay.
Whatever the first thing is on that, like when you swipe up and it's like something, it has to be like the one thing that captures it. It can't just be like like if it's a video of like someone just setting up the camera walking back, I'm just gonna swipe up.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, just get to the point.
And we do it ourselves too. Like we're like, we're trying to go viral, and then I feel bad sometimes because I do see like these other like up and coming creators. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
And it sucks, but yeah, it's true. But that's what's crazy too, that TikTok uses the algorithm of your location.
Oh, I didn't know that. So that makes sense though, because I'm always getting like TikToks from like Phoenix, San Diego. It's like, I'm like, does no one make TikToks in Texas, or does no one make TikToks in New York?
Yeah. Like only the viral ones. Yeah, like the viral ones that come out. Yeah, of course they push those out.
Yeah.
But if you go to like LA, you'll start getting more TikToks from that area.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Huh. I was like, that's pretty interesting.
Dude, another thing, I'm somewhat going viral, not really, but like I commented on someone's TikTok, and mine has like the most, it has like 1,600 likes.
Dude, that's what's crazy too.
Yeah, comments is a big thing.
Yeah.
But and it was just like there was like this episode on YouTube. It's like a series. It's with Bert Kreischer, one of my favorite comedians, and he did like, I think it's called What's Burning, and it's like where he invites other comedians, and they like, he they cook something all together, but they tell funny stories.
That's fun.
And it's Bert Kreischer, Bobby Lee, and Chris D'Elia. And Bobby Lee says something about like Bert Kreischer asked Bobby Lee like, what are some memories of your dad that you remember? He's like, oh, my dad used to do this real funny thing where he used to beat my mom. And like, and Bert Kreischer's laughing, and Chris D'Elia was like, okay, man. Like, I think he was looking for more of a comedic, like pretty much saying like, it's not that funny. Like, don't laugh. And then, so all I commented was like, oh, it's only funny if Chris D'Elia says it. And it blew up. And people were like commenting like, yeah, that's just how he is. Like, people were like, he's so scared to get, canceled again. Like, little did they know that video was way before he even got canceled, so they're fucking stupid. But yeah, and like I didn't mean it like in a bad way, because I'm a huge Chris D'Elia fan. Like, he's probably like
probably watching this right now.
Top 3, top 5, hopefully. Top 3, top 5 like favorite comedians. And so I didn't mean it like, I just meant it in a way like it'd be funnier if Chris D'Elia said it, but everyone took it like only Chris D'Elia is allowed to say funny things. That's why he doesn't like it. And I just hope he doesn't see it, because now that he's not,
he probably did.
I know. Now that he's not under the spotlight or anything, he's real more. He's more. Like he reaches his fans more. So like,
oh really?
That's he has cool. TikTok now, and he makes like legit TikToks, not just like reposts of his podcast or like YouTube videos. It's actual him recording himself like with his kid or whatever, and they're really cool. Funny. And if you comment on his podcast, if you comment on it on his podcast, he'll like talk about it. It's like, this fucking guy kind of this bullshit, like, and it's just funny.
Well, and then that's what's crazy too with that algorithm. That's why so many people talk shit, because if your comment is like, "Oh, look at this stupid like dance," or like yours, the meanest comment, everyone's gonna like it, and it's gonna be pushed up right to the top.
Yeah,
they say that's why they put mean comments, so they get pushed up to the top.
That makes sense. But like, I would hate to get known for like something bad, like
right.
That. Like, this is what you guys fucking got me famous for.
Yeah, yeah, for real.
Like, that's not even what I'm trying to do. Like I always said, like that. What is his name? Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri. Yeah.
Like the fact that he like his thing is blonde hair and like fire t-shirts, like with flames on them. Like that's his thing now, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to do that for the rest of his life. But he's just stuck doing that. Yeah. And I would hate that. Like if I got famous for something and like. That's what I got famous for. Like, fuck, now I got to do that every time. Now I got to wear a fucking top hat every time I don't know.
Have you seen Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back?
Yeah.
Yeah. So remember that when they go and try to stop the movie, they meet Jason Biggs. And he's like, "You're that guy that fucked the pie."
Yeah.
He's like, fuck. He's like, why can't it be this movie? Loser. Why can't it be this movie? Yeah. He's like, it's always the guy fucking the pie. And it's true. I mean, if you do that one thing that everyone remembers, you're that guy forever.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, like, yeah, I mean, going back to, I guess, Jason Biggs, but even, like, with Stifler, any role that, what is his name? Something Scott?
I don't remember his name.
I don't know.
Off the top of my head.
Yeah, I know. And something William Scott. I don't know. And, I mean, the guy that plays Stifler in all the American Pie movies, any other movie he plays, it's just like, oh, that's Stifler. And, like, that's all they know him as, which kind of ruined his career because he's not even in movies anymore. So, like, all the movies he tried playing that were serious roles are like, I just can't see it. Like, all I see is I just want to see him curse a lot and talk about
drink,
sucking titties. I don't know.
Yeah, and it's true, and it kind of ruins. Yeah, and that's what sucks about like actors. Like that's why like I remember for Smallville, the guy that played Smallville, I remember I talked to my brother when they were canceling it, or not canceling, but they were ending it. He's like, well, this guy wants to stop doing it because he doesn't want to be known as the guy from Smallville the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what sucks. You can't do like an actor. You can't do a show forever because then you're always going to be known as that guy.
That's very true. I mean, yeah. I mean, luckily, like I'm thinking of like all the Friends crew or the Friends cast. Other than like, what are the two main ones? Why am I going blank today? I'm so fucking.
I need like Jennifer Aniston
and Courtney Cox. Like they blew up, but like everyone else. Like, that's all you know him from, really. I mean... Matthew
Perry had... Yeah, but I see what you mean. Yeah, I see
the only one I can think of, like, besides Friends with Matthew Perry is, like, Fool's Russian.
17 again?
17 again. Forgot about that. That was a newer one. I forgot. But, so, like... Yeah. And I think that's, like... That's such an iffy thing because, like... Like, like, with the Smallville thing, I know the guy, but not from Smallville because I didn't watch Smallville. I remember him from...
Cheaper by the Dozen.
Yeah. So it's weird. Like you have people that just know from that, and I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Like I've never seen Smallville. I've heard of it, but is it Superman?
Yeah. Okay, it's his. It begins in freshman year of high school.
And is it actual Superman, like Clark Kent?
Yeah. But so I'm about to nerd out. DC never gave them the rights to say that he was Superman
Okay.
until the last episode. So he never turns into Superman. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler, it's just been out for like 40 years. It's an old ass show.
No, it's finished 2010.
So 18 years or 21 years. 10 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm one of those people.
Yeah, I was like,
So people born in 2010 or 21 now? Dude, I always think that I'm like, yeah, why wouldn't it be 21? I'm like, oh, wait, that's not how that works. I'm such an idiot.
yeah. And no, but yeah, like until the last episode, you see him go into the suit for a second.
And that's it. That's stupid.
They called him the Red Blur. I think it was the Red Blur most of the show. But yeah, he never turned to Superman.
What about Brightburn?
See, that's not Superman at all.
I thought it was a take as if Superman
it's a Superman take, but it's not DC or anything.
What I'm saying is, like, I wonder if they tried, hey, can we use like a bad Spider-Man or a bad Superman? God, there I go again.
Yeah, I think it's open public right now or something like that, because Superman was invented in like the 40s. And after like, what is it, 60 years, the patent goes away or something.
I didn't know that.
So like, that's why Superman's story was soon going to be like available for anybody to use. I think it was like Batman too. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone's like, what the fuck? No. But Superman, but I think DC delayed it.
Oh, okay.
They like was like, oh, well, we're taking it to the court. So type of thing. But yeah, that movie, like Brightburn, they use Superman's story, but it's not Superman.
Yeah.
Because it's exactly the same. Like,
it really is.
Everything.
And technically that asteroid that hits that gives him the powers, that's what's the thing that kills him?
His ship.
Yeah, but remember on the outside it has technically
it's something that could kill him, like like kryptonite.
Like a kryptonite. Yeah, so when I saw it, like I was putting everything together, like when I saw that, Side didn't know, but I was like, oh, that's the kryptonite. Like that's what they're trying to point out. Because like any piece of metal from that little spacecraft,
it's the only thing that could kill him.
Yeah. So I was like, and it made sense too, because I was like, I didn't get the part when he cut his hand. I was like, why are they zooming in on his hand? Like, what's such a big deal?
Because it's the only thing.
And I was like, wait, how did he get cut? He's supposed to be like Superman. It was a great movie. I'm sorry,
dude. That movie is
a good movie,
incredible, like,
and super gory.
It's graphic as hell,
super
but
gory.
It's true. I mean, but I'm gonna get into reviews. But I thought it was a really good movie. Yeah, but it was like super crazy. I didn't think it was gonna be like that. I thought it was gonna be more like family friendly evil Superman. But no, that was like Remember when she like takes out the piece of glass? She's like,
dude, that's any scene with like something impaling the eye, I want to gag. Like, dude, it grosses me out. Even like if someone's just like rubbing their eye, I get grossed out. I don't know why. And I wear contacts.
I was gonna say you wear contacts.
I can touch my eyeball, I can move it, everything. But like when I see other people do it, like I start to like get like nauseous.
Really?
So when I saw that scene, like when the light bursts and the piece of glass goes in her eye, and it zooms in on it, and they're like, and I'm like, dude, like even now I'm like, like I want to gag.
Well, dude, and so that I remember seeing that scene, and then on John Wick 3, he stabbed someone in the eye in like the first like 10 minutes. I was like, oh. So I was like, I don't know what's with people getting stabbed in the eye.
Do you remember Nacho Libre when he throws the corn? The whole corn goes in his eye. I was like, oh my god! Like, dude, they showed that. Like that was a Nickelodeon movie.
Yeah, dude. Oh, bro, that was a classic too. I remember watching them. I don't think I watched in the theaters.
I remember. What, Nacho Libre?
Yeah.
I don't remember either. It was, for me, it was one of those movies that when it came out, I was like, how come I never heard of this? Like, I don't remember being in theaters or nothing. And then when I watched it, I was like, this is a funny, like, it's one of the funniest movies. It's like close to Hot Rod for me.
Yeah.
And the one time, Insida had never watched it, and she's super Mexican. And like, we were watching it, and she was like, I feel offended. She was, because it's like Jack Black. He's not even Mexican. He's just acting, and he's like super bad at it. He's like, Chancho Limbarzum, like, bro, no one talks like that.
Like, these are my going up pens.
Yeah, like, and he was so dramatic, like, yeah.
It's so good though. Well, I think during comedy and movies in that time, like Nacho Libre, Napoleon Dynamite, and I think those are the two movies that really come to mind. That was like that stupid, funny comedy, like that awkward type of comedy.
Like you were like, why? I don't know why I'm laughing, but I'm laughing.
Like it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, dude, like that era of movies were like so good too. Like, I don't know. I just think we should go back to those movies.
Well, we never will be able to.
No. Well, especially that. Like Will Ferrell with Casa de mi Padre.
I didn't watch that.
Yeah, me either.
He speaks Spanish the whole movie, right?
But but I guess I don't know the whole story, but I guess he was gonna get sued by a Mexican or a Mexican production company or another production company, and they told him, okay, we won't sue you, we won't do this if you do this movie for us. And he did it.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, okay. Well, that makes more sense why he's in that movie. Speaking Spanish the whole movie. I haven't seen it, but
That makes sense.
I don't even know if it's funny or not.
I want to watch
I'm pretty
that
sure
movie
it's
now.
funny just because it's Will Ferrell speaking Spanish the whole time.
Yeah. Have you ever like watched a movie or like came across like Amazon like Prime or something? You're watching a movie and like you see a movie and you're like, oh fuck! Like I totally forgot that movie came out.
Yeah.
So, like when I was in
Yeah.
like I remember when I was in basic training, we would write like when we get bored or like we'd have like a lot of downtime. We'd have our phones obviously, so we'd write like movies we wanted to watch when we got out. And the whole plan was because like all these good movies were coming out when I was in. And I remember seeing previews of them. It's like, oh, and then like I'd totally forget. And then like years later, like when I'm stationed somewhere, like I'd like be looking for a movie. I'm like, oh fuck, I forgot they made. And it was so cool because it was like for me, it was like 4 years old. But like, I mean,
You just
it was like
watched it.
yeah. But I
Yeah.
was like, oh, brand new movie. Like I was all excited about it. And yeah, it was like super dope. Like,
Didn't you say you were stationed in Korea, right?
oh, yeah.
That you only watched one movie for like the whole time you were there?
No. When I first stationed in Colorado, I had nothing. All I
okay.
had was like the clothes, like the uniform, all my like, gear that they issue you, and then like all I had was my laptop, like personal belongings. All I had was laptop, like one bag of clothes, like personal clothes, and then and I had the Rocky box set. I had
Rocky, that's what it was.
Rocky box set, the Notebook, and Grandma's Boy. And I watched,
Oh,
and I
Grandma's
would,
Boy.
and
That's what it
and because
was.
when I got there, I had like no money because like I had gone home for like 2 weeks and I spent all my money. 'Cause I just got out of basic, went home for 2 weeks, got to like have a good time. Got there, was like, oh fuck, like dude, it was so depressing. Like I didn't even have like a bed sheet for like 2 weeks. Like I just had a bed, so like whatever, like my poncho and shit that they issued me, I would like roll up extra clothes and like sleep on as a pillow. Like it was so I was like, why the fuck do I feel like I'm homeless but I'm not? And so like, and I didn't have Wi-Fi at the time yet, so like, and I had my laptop, like, so I would just watch those movies like over and over, and like eventually I would watch Grandma's Boy like once a night before I went to bed because it was such like, even to this day, like if I get like in a funk or like a depressing mood, that movie will just like make me laugh.
It's
and
so
I forget.
funny, bro.
It's so funny.
It's
like
good.
I love it so much. But so that movie like saved me, and like Rocky and the Notebook. So yeah.
So you were a boxing romantic pothead.
Yeah. Nerd, I
Nerd.
guess, because yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna take a quick break, and
I
we'll
gotta take a piss again.
really. Yeah, we've been drinking nothing but water. Oh yeah, we're not drinking alcohol. So anyways,
Yeah, sorry.
we're
You know
drinking
why?
alcohol.
Because none of you guys have been giving us recommendations. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess technically you
put
did.
down below.
But yeah,
It was like one or two of you, but yeah.
yeah.
So-
But yeah, like really give us some stuff, like
Yeah.
some cool things, like things I've never tried before. Because like some of you were like micheladas, which are cool. Like I'm down to have a michelada on here, but like I've had those before, you know.
Something like
Someone-
that, you'd be
yeah.
like, or
You know what I think we should try? Remember the lady at the liquor store, Absinthe? If you guys
Oh,
know what
yeah.
I'm talking about, the Green Fairy.
We're gonna get it.
The Green Fairy, yeah.
Cool. So
All right.
we'll be right back.
All right.
Okay, and we're back.
And we're back.
I didn't even give you a time to. Oh,
Oh, we didn't even do a clap or nothing. We don't do that
I know.
anymore. That's not.
I don't know.
Was that all not? Was that for fake? Was
It's for fake.
You just made me look stupid.
I just want you to clap for me. Makes me
Alright.
feel good.
Let me tighten this. When I was doing the podcast with Eric, he kept moving it and it became loose. And like right at the end, like right about to finish, and the whole thing just falls. So like,
Thanks, Eric.
yeah, sorry. All right, so
Current events. This one's.
We should get-
We'll
we should-
save this one for last.
we should make a little beat for like current events, like dun, 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 dun. This just in.
Like the news,
Something,
but like
or
like
maybe-
trap news.
Yeah, like
Oh,
dun, 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 dun. I don't fucking know. I'm not a good beatboxer.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you're a beat maker out there and you want to help out a very small podcast,
Send us some beats.
send us some beats.
Yeah. All right.
Gonna get
You go
some.
first or me? I'll go
Go
one
ahead.
and then you go. And then
Well,
I'll go.
I just have one.
Okay. So we have three. So I'll do one, and you
Okay,
do one, and then
okay.
I'll finish off.
Let's do it.
Hardcore. All right. There's a slice of cake from Princess Diana and Prince Charles from their wedding, and it's selling for over $2,500. First off, I don't know who saved a fucking piece of cake from that long. Secondly, I don't even think that's a lot of money. Like, why is this even news? I'm sorry I even said this, but like, I saw it and I was like, now I think about it, $2,500 is not a lot of money.
My question is, How old is this cake?
Oh, it's probably in here. I'm sorry. I should probably
1981.
1981. That's how many? 1888 92. 892.
Isn't that 40?
Like 40 some plus
40
years.
It's 40 because it's 81.
What the hell?
Amazing invention.
It says the slice of cake weighs about 28 ounces and is preserved inside plastic wrap and a cake tin. The slice features a coat of arms design along with decorative icing. It comes from one of the 23 official cakes that were made. Oh, so there's obviously it's a royal fucking wedding, so of course there's gonna be like not just one main cake. There was 23 cakes at this wedding.
Okay, but why do you want to buy it?
I don't know, and
if I'm gonna buy a cake, I want to eat it. I don't even like cake, but I mean, if I'm gonna buy a cake for $2,500, I'm gonna eat it. Like
I don't even know because once you get this, like what do you do with it?
Yeah, you're just like
you can't
hey bro,
frame it. You can't put it.
Hey, we're at the bar, right? I'm like, hey bro, what's up, Jordan? How you been? He's like, cool, yeah. Hey Andy, what have you been up to? Like, I bought this 2,500 pound of cake or $2,500 pound worth of cake. Like, what? He's like, you're gonna eat it? Like, no, you can't. It doesn't taste good.
It's Princess Diana and Prince Charles' wedding cake.
Yeah, like
you're like, my second question would be like, you went to a wedding?
Like, yeah, bro, in 1981. Like, what?
Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
but,
dude, there's no point to it.
There really isn't. Like, I don't know. Like, I understand like people that.
Okay.
Like when you if they like, what's it called when you bid on stuff? If they auction off like parts from like Fast and the Furious, like of the car or something, or
the actual car,
like that all makes sense because that's fucking cool. But like a cake, and then like of all things too, like it probably looks like shit. I wish they posted a picture.
Like if it was the cake that they like took a bite out of, like the one that they like.
Oh yeah. And then someone grabbed it. Like, can I have the rest and put it in a plate? I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna sell it.
Some on your cheek, like
I'm gonna sell it for $2,500 later.
Dude, like what?
You know another weird thing that also brings up another good topic. So Princess Anne, where are they from? Like
England.
Yeah. Isn't it crazy that it's 2021 and they still have fucking kings and queens and princes and princesses? Like,
but they don't have power,
and it doesn't make sense. And they get treated like they're untouchable. They have all the money in the world for some reason. And like, it's like, well, you don't really do anything. You don't really make laws or anything. And like,
I think it was because of, don't quote me on this.
Don't quote him.
Magna Carta.
Oh,
on the history class.
That's
I love
a great
history.
album from Jay-Z. Is it Magna Carta from Jay-Z?
I don't know. But I think it's the Magna Carta that took away the power from royals in like, it was like a long time ago.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure they took that like paper or whatever, took away the power from like England.
Okay, so it says the Magna Carta is a document guaranteeing English political liberties that was drafted at Runnymede, a meadow by the river, and
in 1215.
under pressure from his rebellious barons. Magna Carta was issued in June of 1215. It was the first document to put into writing the principle that the king and his government was not above the law.
Magna Carta.
It sought to prevent the king from exploiting his power and place limits of royal authority by establishing laws of power in itself. And actually, that's actually very smart because, like, like if I'm not mistaken, like, aren't kings and like queens, aren't they just chosen by like who's up next?
Yeah.
So like, there's not even there's not even like, what's it called? Like, there's no like, you have to be smart, you have to be like.
No, it's just you're my son, you're next.
Yeah, and it's like, what if the guy's like not fit for it and like now you're in charge? So like, this is kind of good, but it's funny. Like even way like it says in June 1215. That long ago, they're like, this is a bad idea. And even now, like it's just for like history, I'm guessing. I don't know, but it's just weird because it's like they don't really do anything. Like, why do they have all this money? Why do they have? They don't have power, so they can't make any rules. They don't make any laws.
So they're pretty much the face of England. How about that? From what I understand,
does England not have a president?
Yes, they have a prime minister.
Oh, okay.
So
I always thought a prime minister was like someone from the church.
I know, right? It sounds like it, but no, it's like their president. But from what I know, the royal family is like the face of England, though.
Oh, okay.
So when they like announce something new, they're like, oh, well, we should probably get the royals in it.
You know what else is stupid?
What?
The royal wedding, like when they put it on the on like the news, and it's like They like it's like a whole blocked out like thing on TV just so you can watch like the people that show up to the wedding and like what they're dressed in. Like, who cares?
But it's because it's like they're and I hate using this term, but it's like they're Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Okay, that makes sense.
So yeah, it's like the biggest celebrities. It's like
the next power couple, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So when they have the wedding, it's just like, oh shit, like these people are gonna get married. Everyone wants to be there.
Yeah.
So yeah. So it's just like that.
Yeah. But yeah, so fuck that cake.
Yeah, we would never buy the cake. Now with my story, mine's way different than this.
Yeah, I like it.
So I saw that Soulja Boy got an offer to fight Aaron Carter. And he said, I'd beat the candy out of his pockets. You think it's because of that song he made like a long time ago? I want candy.
I want candy. That was him, Aaron Carter?
Yeah. Well, he did the remix in like the early 2000s.
Oh, okay. Maybe. I don't know if I
that's the way I took it. I just took that
play on words.
Crap. Yeah.
Yeah. But Aaron Carter, if I'm not mistaken, just fought Lamar Odom.
Yeah.
And like that's why I wanted you to do this one, because it brings up like this whole like celebrity boxing and like how like, and then with the whole Paul brothers and stuff, like it's so annoying. And I hate to say this, but like it's just like it's like ruining boxing in general. Like, and I get it, like there's actual boxing and then there's like that like celebrity boxing, but it's like, what's the point of it? Like I've always heard like a podcast. I say like a lot. That would go.
That's what I was gonna say. The next drinking one.
That one would be tough. Like, not
I say
saying
bro
like,
a lot.
Yeah.
So oof.
But yeah, like the fucking what is it? What was I gonna say? Like boxing. I feel like if you're a celebrity and you're doing a celebrity boxing, you're not at a good spot in your like life, like in your career. Like if you have to like get like,
unless it's for charity.
Not even then though. Like,
really,
I don't know of any like big celebrities that do like charity boxing. Like the last time I saw charity boxing, and at the time they weren't that huge, was on an episode of the Kardashians.
Oh yeah,
and they weren't even that big yet. Like they were mainly everyone was mainly excited for like to see Bruce, because at the time Caitlyn was Bruce, and Bruce boxed, and like that was really it. Everyone else, they're like, I don't know who that is. It's just some like spoiled kids that they just want to beat the shit out of them.
And Kim,
and that's what it was. Yeah, and Kim fought like an actual fighter, and like Rob fought like some guy, some old like fucking Italian dude that almost beat the shit out of him. Like it was crazy, and I was like, what the fuck? But like stuff like that, they weren't in a good position, so they're like, let's do something to raise our.
I think if those celebrities and stuff, I get what you mean, but I think if the celebrities like actually take it serious and like
actually train,
like if I saw like their promo video and they're like, yeah, I trained every day for like 6 weeks, like like I'm like, okay, you put in the work,
this should be interesting. Yeah.
But if it's just like maybe some celebrities are like, I trained the last like month or whatever, the last 2 weeks before this fight, I'm like, okay, you're not taking it seriously.
It's funny too, because with like the most recent like all these like celebrity boxing events, like someone posted, and it's true. Like we have celebrity deathmatch for real. Remember the MTV show?
Yeah, dude.
I see that.
I love that show.
Oh man, I love it.
That was a great show.
Celebrity deathmatch. I remember. Oh, around the time when Viva La Bam was big, they had an episode where Bam fought Don Vito, and it was so good, and like it was so cool. Yeah, you couldn't hear him talk. They just like, and that's the funny thing is like they take like the like things about them and make them like they go super dramatic with it, like the fact that he's like really fat, so he's like he was able to like perform. Was able to get like Bam to orbit around him.
A gravitational pull.
Yeah, and then like the fact that like when you hear him talk, he like mumbles a lot or like just talks really fast.
That's
in the episode, he doesn't say one clear word. It's just like it's so good though.
That was a good show.
I loved it.
I love that show.
I love when there was episodes where like they would bring back people from the dead.
Did they?
Yeah, like there was, I don't remember that. There was one where Chris Rock fought Chris Farley. And they always did that too. Oh no, Chris Rock fought The Rock, and then like someone fought Chris Farley, and Chris Farley obviously was already passed away. And they did this thing where like a fucking spaceship lands through the arena and crashes on someone. And they die, and then like he comes like out of the.
That's
thing,
pretty cool. Yeah, I didn't remember that. That's funny.
I love that fucking show.
Good times.
All right, this one a little dark, a little sad. Florida mom shot dead by toddler during Zoom call. It says a Florida mother was fatally shot by her toddler while on a Zoom video call for work, prompting one of her colleagues to call 911. First off,
that's really sad.
Yeah, it's very sad.
Why'd you get this news?
Because I can easily relate. So when I have a story similar, I didn't get shot.
Oh, okay.
But I have a very similar story. I'm not gonna say no names. I'm just gonna say I was at my buddy's one time, long time ago, and he was showing me and he was showing me his he had just got done cleaning like one of his guns or something, a real gun and everything, and like he just put it all back together. Obviously, it had no bullets, nothing. It was like completely empty. And he was like showing me it, puts it on. For some reason, he like went to the kitchen and he was like next to his staircase, put it like on the second step. Just let it sit there for a while. I'm there in the living room watching TV. And I turn around and his little daughter, she's probably like 1 or 2 years old, grabbed the gun and was like waving it around the house. And I'm like, I was laughing, but I was also like, oh shoot, like hey, the baby's got the gun. And then, dude, it was crazy though. And like they grabbed it out of her hand. Like it was crazy. And I was like, oh my God. But like, I was scared in the fact that like I had been taught to like don't point guns at no one.
Yeah.
Like, and so seeing like a barrel pointed at me, I was like, oh fuck. But like I knew right away, I was like, it was empty. I clearly just saw him put it back together, like nothing would have happened. But like just I was like, and like so when I saw this, I was like,
seeing that.
I like when I saw this, like the headline, I was like, yeah, that can easily happen because it almost happened to me. Like so, yeah, I don't know.
So I mean, and then I think, that's so dramatic, not dramatic. I don't know what word I'm looking for.
Yeah,
like traumatizing.
Yeah,
traumatizing to the people watching you on the Zoom call.
Oh,
like can you imagine?
But not only that, but like being the kid when you get older, you're like, I killed my mom.
That's true.
And it's like you want to blame yourself, but at the same time, it's like, well, I was like, it says, I don't say the age. I don't know, but like it says toddlers, so they're one
of her two. Toddlers,
one of her two toddlers. Picked up an unsecured loaded handgun and shot her in the head. That's fucking crazy.
That's really sad.
I know.
But I see why you said it because of your story now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, it's funny now, but at the time it was very scary.
Yeah, because I mean, you're used to like the gun pointing that way.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere it's pointing towards you. You're like,
oh yeah. She's like with two hands like, gun. I'm like, oh no. This thing's real.
They said one time they went shooting. We have this family reunion where we go shooting every year for New Year's. So they said that one of my tias had a shotgun. And she was like, and Dad, I guess she's like, hey guys, I'm doing it. And she turned around with the gun, and everybody's like, oh. So everybody got down because, well, she just got done shooting it too.
For real, that's
yeah. So she's like, everyone's like, no. My dad I think took the gun away, but I was just like, ooh.
That's the only thing like with like guns is like I love guns and everything. Like I love going shooting stuff, but like the one thing that always sucked was like how serious and I get it. It's such a serious matter. Like when you're playing with guns, when you're using guns and stuff, and at the range, like always like point it down range, all that shit. But like at the same time, like it's always like every time I went to the gun range, I was always like, oh, like I don't know if I was gonna get yelled at because like I pointed the gun in like wrong or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I was always, it was never fun for me. Because it was like, fuck, like, I got to be careful. Like, I got to be walking and, like, pointing it to the ground.
Yeah, you might not be paying attention. Be like, oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, and then someone's like, hey. Like,
yeah. And I'm like, oh, my bad. Like, fuck. But, yeah, I just hated, like, it was so intense. Like, I can never have fun with it.
Yeah. Well, I mean.
No, it's a gun, right?
Yeah, I was like, But, yeah, that's really sad what happened. Yeah. But I see why it triggered your memories to think about that now.
When you guys have kids, are you... Well, I know you have weapons like guns and stuff, but like you do, you have to
nunchucks.
You know, it's funny on my podcast, I would constantly be like, "Damn, I need to buy a gun. I need to get saved so I can buy a gun." And in my head, I'm like, I need to stop saying that out loud because now everyone knows that I don't have a gun and my house is unsecured. But like, so then I started lying. Where do you live? So then I was just like, man, I got to take my gun out, and like, I just kept saying random shit like that. I told Syed, I was like, I want to buy a gun, but I was like, really don't have the money for one right now. I was like, we could just get like a bunch of like American flags and like, we don't call the police here, like shit like that. And I was like, no one, they're just gonna be like, I'm not gonna test that house. Like,
what is it? We don't call 911. We have a 357.
Yeah. It's like, and I saw a meme where it's like when it says that, and then it's someone like, yes, is this my gun? Someone broke into my house. I need to use my gun.
Oh, that's good.
But yeah, I don't know. I can't. Yeah, dude, I can't wait to have like guns just everywhere in my house, like behind the door, in that shoe rack right there, like
it's like
in a movie case, in a Bible.
I never shown you the Kevin Hart skit, right?
I probably heard it, but what?
Okay, well, when he's like, I bought a gun. He's like, I don't like guns, but I bought a gun. And then he's like, He's like, I'm gonna be in the laundry room one day. He's like, oh, you're gonna do me like this?
Oh yeah.
He's like, boom, gun.
Yeah.
He said he's just gonna have a gun everywhere because I guess he had an incident, but I don't know if it's just for the joke or.
Oh, I don't know.
But I thought that was really funny. But that's gonna be you. You're gonna be like, toilet, boom,
Boom.
gun.
I'm gonna pull it out the top part.
Oh, doesn't even work anymore. It's just all wet. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so
Do guns work underwater?
some of them
In the movies, they do.
in the movies they do.
But like, even if you shot a gun underwater, it wouldn't go that far, huh?
Yeah, no.
It'd
Oh,
like-
well, I heard it goes. Like, was it MythBusters? Didn't they do a? I don't think it'll kill you.
I don't know.
Like, I
Dude,
think it just
Mythbusters
go-
did everything.
Yeah, I know.
Did you see that one time they got in trouble because they shot a cannon?
No,
An actual cannonball. They fired it and it ended up going way further than they like projected it would, and ended up going through like a
Oh.
house.
really?
Yeah,
no, I
it
didn't
like
see
went
that.
through. I want to say went like through the ceiling and like went through a wall, and like no one got hurt, but like they were like in huge shit. But it was crazy because like you see where they tested, it was like a big like desert like land, but it just shot like way further than they expected it to.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, that's so fucked. Like of all play, like
just like watching TV and it's just like.
I know, dude, I think about
I
that.
always get scared of that too.
I think about that. I think about if a plane was to crash in the sky and like parts are flying, and I'm just, and all of a sudden just like a wing just lands on my house. Like,
or like
or
what's that Joe Dirt when he thinks he found a meteor?
Oh,
but it was a big
yeah.
piece of shit. You know that's real, right?
yeah,
Like they
the airplanes release
they
stuff like
dropped
that.
I'm like, it could fall at any moment.
But I think because it's a movie, they made it seem like that. But I think the point is like when it comes out of the airplane, it's so high up, and by the time it doesn't even hit the ground because it like just disintegrates in the air.
Oh, I hope.
I know we're just like it was just raining like shit on us.
I think that would be the best content if we were shooting a podcast. It's just
That'd be crazy.
I'll be like, yes.
You know what's
Hey,
you know
viral.
what? And I know myself. Like when people are like, you wouldn't know what you do in case like unless you were in that like situation. I know, I'm telling you right now. If we were recording and something came crashing through, even if you got up to go see what it was, I'd be like, yo, I'd continue the podcast like, yo, something just flew through the ceiling.
Yeah, dude.
And then like it would like continue on the podcast. Like I wouldn't.
I think I would
call
start recording.
911.
I would start recording with my phone.
Go get
Yeah, like, content.
It'd be so crazy. Or like now we have the GoPro up here.
Ah.
It's not recording, but if it was, that'd be crazy, huh? Just
Yeah,
like,
that'd be
fuck.
sick.
Oh man.
You want to start recording that with the GoPro?
Oh yeah. We could do that
Because
we're trying new
Yeah,
new angles and stuff.
if we have cameras, let's use it.
Yeah, we have tons of cameras, tons of lights and stuff. So we're just using every
Yeah.
possible camera and light we have.
We're gonna soon get a glasses camera. Like
I wanted
That'd
to
be
do
sick.
that. I want to get a pair,
that'd be badass.
but like they're too noticeable. I think.
Yeah. Well, didn't Viva La Band do that?
Yeah.
He's like, why are you wearing glasses? Oh, when they stole his Lamborghini. When they stole his Lamborghini, he's like,
When he tries,
you
to
don't think
figure
I
out
would
where-
notice you would wear glasses?
you look so serious,
Yeah.
Ryan Dunn, huh?
Yeah.
Oh man, that was a good one.
That was
I
funny.
forgot. And that's what oh my bad. That's what I love too is like the fact that like that's what would happen in real life. Like in the movies, it's
Yeah.
like they're like looking, they're like, it's nothing. But like
Okay.
in the show, it's just like, do you have a camera in your glasses? They're like,
Yeah.
no. Wait, you can see it.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
All right. Well, so now to end the show, everyone's favorite, well, my favorite for sure,
Yeah.
the random question of the day just to end the show.
Random question of the day.
So, Jordan,
Yes.
for $1 million every month, or just for $1 million, you'll get $1 million. But once a month, you'll just appear in front of a crowd and you have to give a presentation.
I'll do it.
You don't know what it is, though.
For $1 million?
Yes.
I'll do it.
Once a month.
I'll do it.
Really?
Yeah.
And no, it doesn't matter what you're doing, too.
I was expecting you to be like, once a month you'll like randomly appear in front of a crowd butt naked, and I was like, I'll do it. Like, I was still gonna do
Well,
it.
no, I mean, you can. It's anytime. It's you don't know when it's gonna happen.
So I could be like taking a shit and I just appear on stage. I'm like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
I'm down because like even if like I was in the shower and I'm like, oh, like soapy hair and I'm like naked, I'm like, yeah, but I was just fucking showering in like my mansion. You know, like it doesn't matter. I'm like,
I mean,
all
$1
right,
million
cool.
isn't that much anymore, though.
Yeah, but $1
I mean,
million
it's $1
a
million
month?
for no.
Oh, for 1 year, once a year.
Let's just say once forever.
Well, I think I'd be smart with it, and I'd invest it. So I would make it more money. So in time, it would be like a lot of money for me.
So yeah, it's just $1 million one time, but every time once a month.
So yeah,
you just appear in front of a crowd and have to give a presentation.
I'd do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You'll do it.
All right. I have a question. Not as crazy as last time, but I actually randomly I asked Saida, and I think I asked you already, but oh well. So do you think you will go your entire life without ever going to jail? Ever being behind like a cop car?
I hope. Because
that's everyone's answer, right?
Yeah, I know. And I just hope because I feel like I speed a lot. So like I speed in my car for whatever reason, the cop's in a bad mood, he might arrest me. Or you get drunk at a bar, you get in a fight, you get arrested.
That's the only thing I can think of.
And not that I get in fights or anything.
No, yeah.
But it's just
like
if it comes at me.
Yeah,
like
if someone was to like fuck with Saida and like
exactly.
And we got
especially
into a
with
fight.
our girls. Yeah,
but I'm not like picking fights with anyone. But yeah, like that's the only like I hope I go my whole life without ever going to jail. 'Cause I've been behind a cop car and been arrested, but never like booked and stuff.
What?
Yeah.
I can't be on a podcast.
It's from
criminal?
fights though. It's like we were in a fight and like we didn't even start it. Like this one guy was just super drunk and he was like just bumping people and being like piece of shit. So they were like, once everyone told the story, they're like, all right, you guys are good, but like they had us arrested like on the sidewalk and they were just like questioning us, and then they let us go, and that was it. And then like we were in the backseat of one, and then they were questioning us, but like in the car, and then they let us go. Like it's always been stuff like they just assumed like they just took everyone that was involved, and then they like slowly was like, okay, you didn't do anything, okay, cool, you can go.
So yeah,
so that was it.
I guess that would be my answer. I will never do something to go to jail, but if someone does
tests them,
yes,
you're gonna get fucking rocked. You're gonna get embarrassed.
Now we're gonna get in fights at the bar. Now people are gonna be like, those are guys say they like to fight at bars. Like, no.
Get them.
Hey, no, wait. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's a good way
that
to
was a good one, yeah.
All right,
that was off top of the head because I didn't plan properly. I'm sorry.
I didn't either. But that was,
I'm sorry.
I got asked that question, and I saw it, and I'm like, oh, that's a good question. That's funny.
Yeah.
So you would do it, and I hope to never go to jail.
I hope I never go to jail either. I might, but I hope I don't.
Yeah, exactly. All right, everybody. Well, we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Thank you to everyone who's followed our Instagram.
Thank you.
Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to this podcast.
Thank you.
We're going to have new episodes every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday.
At 12, I hope.
12-ish. We'll do 12-ish.
12-ish.
Or we're human error.
Oh, yeah. Like last time when I didn't edit it right.
And then last time I switched some shit up and I didn't like post it like when it's supposed to be put out.
That's true. We never talk about it. So it's on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. So make sure you go check it out on those too.
Obviously YouTube.
Follow our Instagram. Yeah, for the video because it's always fun to look. So it's every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday. 12-ish. We'll do 12 human error. Facial expression.
Yeah, I didn't edit it.
Things come in
switch
some
shit up
and
post it like when it's supposed to be like talk about it. So it's on Apple Podcasts. Go check it out on those too.
Yeah.
Follow our Instagram. Subscribe to this podcast. Thank you very much. Every Wednesday.
Bye. 12-ish. We'll do 12 human error. Facial expressions.
Yeah. I didn't edit it.
And things come in. I switched some shit up and play that.
And I hope we're detailed.
Post it like when it's supposed to be
enough to be like, okay, talk about it. So it's on Apple Podcasts. If I listen to them, I know what. You go check it out on those too. It's happening.
Yeah, I hope so.
Follow our Instagram.
So too.
Yeah. All right, guys. Subscribe to this podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye. So it's every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday. Bye.